Okay, we just coming back from taking our palm oil solid waste sample from palm mill. So let's talk about the palm oil fruit itself. So this is what we call FFB, fresh fruit bunch of palm oil. So it's quite big like this. So this is my hand. This is my hand. We have two here. This bigger one, this smaller one. So can you hold this one? Okay. So FFB, fresh fruit bunch, have their own fruit still attached. Okay. So when you remove all the fruit, what you get is this. This is EFB, empty fruit bunch. Okay. So when the fruit is still there, you get this. This is the original state lah. So this is orange in color, indicating the fruit is already ripe. Normally, when this thing grows, they are black in color first. I don't know whether I have sample or not. Yeah, I have here. So this is sample of unripe palm fruit lah, palm fruit. They are black in color. So they still have oil, but not much. So when you want to process the oil from the palm oil, FFB, fresh fruit bunch, you need the color something like this lah, orange in color. So let's see one of this, fruit of this, what is inside the fruit. So maybe we can take one. Okay, we can just detach like that. So now let's cut it. So we prepare our knife here, and then let's cut it into half. Okay, maybe on the angle, maybe much easier. Careful, careful. Okay, so as you can see there, they are sort of kind of the nucleus, the kernel. This is what we call palm kernel shell. Can you, if you try to what we call to squeeze it, it's quite hard. It's quite hard. So this is palm kernel shell. The outer here, the orange one, the orange one here is what we call mesocarp. Okay, mesocarp. So normally, when they process this thing, they will crush and they will press this mesocarp, and then it will release the crude palm oil. Okay, so the shell inside is basically like this. Okay, so this is palm kernel shell. Palm kernel shell. So you get sort of like what we call a seed like that. So this is what we call palm kernel shell. Inside this palm kernel shell, there are something called, when you open this thing, you get this kernel shell. So what inside this thing is basically this. This is what we call palm kernel. Okay, palm kernel shell. Okay, palm kernel shell, and this the whole thing lah. So inside the palm kernel shell, you can also cut into half. Okay, you can also cut into half, and you can see the inside here is whitish in color. So this you can also press and get the oil. Normally people use this type of oil for cosmetic lah. They use the oil from palm kernel shell to make a cosmetic or whatever. Okay, this palm kernel, okay, this palm kernel shell, typically what they use for is for animal feed. Sometimes they use it as what we call the raw material for the boiler, for heating and so on. Okay, and what we call the fiber, when you press this thing, this stuff, okay, this stuff, the fibrous one outside here, because this thing is very fibrous. Maybe you can see here, it's very fibrous here, very fibrous. You can see there are fiber there. So this, when they press and take out all the oil, what they get is something like this. So this is what we call mesocarp fiber, or we can also call it PFF, palm fruit fiber. Okay, mesocarp or palm fruit fiber. Okay, so coming again, so this is example of palm oil fruit. You can see the outer part is mesocarp, and the middle part is the middle part is the kernel, and the inside one is the middle part is shell, and the inside one is the kernel. And when you cut the kernel into half, you get this lah, as we see before, another oily substance there. So this is a mesocarp fiber or PPF. we do now is basically we separating what we call the EFB, because normally when they press this stuff, this what we call this fruit, they press all together in one go. Okay, they press together in one go. So some of the fiber from the bunch, empty fruit bunch, will combine with some of the fiber from the mesocarp or the fruit itself. Okay, the fiber from the bunch is quite thicker, is a little bit thicker. Okay, this is fiber from the bunch itself compared to the fiber from the, let me see, from this one, this what we call this, from this fruit is more finer. Okay, more finer. So that's how you differentiate lah. Okay, so when they press this together, there is a possibility of the fiber from the fruit and the fiber from this empty fruit bunch combine together. Not combine, mean that they mix together. So that's why here this is PPF, palm fruit fiber, after the cyclone treatment. So they are mostly fiber from the fruits, but as we can see, when you do this stuff in bulk, there are some EFB or empty fruit fiber mixed with the fruit fiber, but you can easily what I call isolate the thing. Okay, so you can differentiate it by in term of size. The EFB is coarser compared to this one. This is Mesocarp fiber or PFF, palm fruit fiber or palm press fiber lah. So what we did now is that we separate the fiber so that we have the Mesocarp fiber only, and also the what we call the EFB. The EFB part, actually this one they also shredded, so they can shred this thing in the mill, and what you got is the entire EFB lah, without combination with this PFF. But for PFF, normally they are combination with some EFB. So we have in our lab, we have put somewhere here. So this our EFB, this our EFB. So normally for EFB is quite easy lah. You can just, because they coming from the bunch itself, and all the fruit already detached during the compression, because as you can see before, the fruit easily detached. So because of that, when you take EFB from the mill, you get most of the time, more or less like 99% is EFB lah. Okay, so this is EFB. This is the what we call the texture of EFB. Okay, so there are a lot of EFB. Basically, most of the EFB that is produced in the mill, they use it as what I call the boiler raw material. I mean that they burn this EFB to get the what I call the steam lah, to boil the steam. So they use this as a fire starter, not fire starter, I mean that bahan api lah. The what I call the raw material for boiler. Okay, so this is EFB. We have this much for now. And coming back to our PPF, so this PPF we need to lay on this what I call canvas so that it can dry naturally. We can speed up the drying by putting it in our what I call in our dryer here. The reason why we need to dry it, because if you just left this PPF inside this what I call inside this plastic bag, because we take our sample inside this plastic bag, the moisture cannot be released, and it will invite a lot of microbes, normally fungus lah, the orange fungus. So we don't want that. So normally when we take the sample, we bring to the lab, and then we just spread on the canvas. And if let's say the outside is hot, then we can just bring this outside and we dry it under the sun. But for now, we can use our dryer. Our dryer is small, so we need to take it batch by batch. Okay, sometimes to make life easier, you can just find a place where there are direct sunlight, and then just dry under the sun lah. So you can, dry a lot there, but you need to be aware in the morning and in the evening where is the sun, the position. So you need to find a place where it's not it's quite secluded, because you don't want to place all this stuff near the pathway where there are human walking, or there are like the cat walking. So you want something space that is secluded, like in the balcony, and also have some light that reach there. And this, we leave it for about like maybe half day, and hopefully it will dry. Okay, what we did now is basically we turn over our sample upside down, because when we put on the tray like this, the top will receive the light, the heat from the sun, but the bottom might not have easy access lah to the sun. So that's why for after like maybe 2-3 hours like that, we will sort of like turn it around, so we can fasten their drying further. So when you put it outside, make sure that you be aware of the weather, whether it will rain or not. Okay, and also you need to check periodically lah, at what time the sun, for example this morning the sun still over here, but then in the afternoon at 1 o'clock now, the sun already go over somewhere. So we have only this area that is under the sun. So you need to check lah. So you check one. So let's next day, then you know lah where is the sun position and so on. Okay. Yeah. So this is sun drying. The benefit of this is that you don't need any equipment, but the thing you need to consider to do this style is that the space and also the area must be quite secluded from human or animal. It's good if we have this trolley, because you can just bring it anywhere, and then instead of using a canvas, having this trolley will be more systematic lah. So we don't need to put inside the bag and so on. So yeah, they have a the tire, and then you can go it through the leaf and so on. So now the sun is very hot now, and this thing, the one that the EFB that we dry just around this afternoon, it's already like dry. Okay, 2 hours, 3 hours is enough for this lah. Okay, let's go.